Today at Heathcote Raceway, I'll be testing the Toyota GR Yaris Rallye. I'll quickly run you through the tech specs and then we'll do a 0 to 60 miles an hour, 0 to 100 Ks, quarter mile and 100 to 0 braking test. I'll also show you some of the tips and techniques we use to get the best possible numbers out of these cars. So without further ado, let's get into it. This teeny tiny engine is a 1.6 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder, but it produces 200 kilowatts and 370 Newton meters. There's a 6-speed manual and all-wheel drive, and Toyota claims 5.2 seconds from 0 to 100. So that's our benchmark. Right folks, welcome aboard the Toyota GR Yaris Rallye. Now, a quick warning, if you're of a nervous disposition or have got young children present, then maybe avert your eyes, because this being an all-wheel drive manual, the only way to launch it is pretty brutally. In fact, I'll give you an example of that. I'll launch it normally to get a set of numbers and then show you the difference between doing that versus launching it properly. So before we do that, we've got the V-Box here as normal, recording all our data. I'm going to put it in sport mode, which is 30-70 split. Why not go 50-50? Well, the rear tyres do more of the work because all the weight transfers back. So I think having more of the power going to the back makes sense. If that doesn't work, I'll try the track mode, which is 50-50. And then we just turn off the ESP by holding that down. There we go, we've got that off. And now let's line up. So I'll just do a normal launch to begin with, how you'd launch a regular car, 2.5, 3,000 RPM, let the clutch out and then go, and we'll see what the numbers are. And then we'll go into a more traditional technique. Get a few revs up. There we go, the revs die. Oh, still pretty brutal. Short gearing in this thing. 140, 150, 160, there we go. Let's take this down. So there you go. That was just a very sort of normal launch, pretty slow, but 6.5 seconds to 100 and 14.4 over the quarter mile. So the way to launch high grip, all-wheel drive manual cars is basically to throw mechanical sympathy out the window. Give it as many revs as you can and drop the clutch, which is pretty brutal for the car, but that's the only way. You got to get the wheels spinning a little bit, otherwise it's got so much traction that it'll just bog, suck all the revs out, and you don't go anywhere. You go slow. So what we're going to do is, having tested this thing before, if you just bang it off the limiter, there seems to be a protection mode that protects the driveline. So basically I'll just floor the throttle once the revs hit basically 6.5, 7, drop the clutch, wheels will spin and off we go. And then at that point, what I've got to do is change gear as fast as possible. Another thing that I don't do personally is flat shift. So flat shifting is hold the throttle flat and just go bang with the clutch without lifting the accelerator, just ramming gears home. I don't do it for a couple of reasons. One, it's pretty brutal on someone else's car. These are press cars, they're other people's cars. The other reason is I don't actually think it's that much quicker. Drag racers, feel free to get in the comments and tell me I'm an idiot. But in my experience with production cars, I've tried it a couple of times and there hasn't really been a time gain compared to actually lifting. I think if you change gear quick enough, you're only doing a 1/10 or so. So anyway, that's the reason we don't flat shift. So anyway, let's try and do a proper launch. So again, sport mode, flatten the throttle, revs will spike, and drop the clutch, and here we go. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, I missed a gear. There we go. Ah, dear. Still, even with a missed gear, 6.1 to 100 and 13.8 for the quarter. So still a big improvement, even with a missed gear. I feel like I'm going to probably put my shoulder out changing gear in this thing. but that's okay. These are the things I do for you, the viewer. As you can see, it's a pretty nasty experience doing a full bore clutch dump in these things. We got quite a lot of axle tramp actually at the front, but launched pretty cleanly. Just got to get those gears right. Actually, another one thing I want to check. Second gear. Right. So, we do a 0 to 60 miles an hour and a 0 to 100 k's an hour run. Why do we do that? Because it might surprise you that a lot of cars are actually geared to 60 miles an hour. And that's not a coincidence. So the Yaris GR, I just did it then, does 98 k's an hour in second gear. Perfect for 0 to 60. You're going to get that 0 to 60, 96.6 k's an hour in second gear without having to do a shift to third. Quite a slow shift. But for 0 to 100, it's a bit of a nightmare. So what I'll have to do is hold second as long as possible, get as close to 100 as possible, and then shift into third. Hopefully the momentum carries us over without that big delay doing that 2 to 3 shift. So let's try it again. Got some rubber down now. You can see where the front axle has hopped, actually, from the rubber marks. So here we go again. Oh, a bit of a crunch, but we got it there. There we go, that's better. I hate doing these. It is nasty. So that's 0 to 97, 0 to 60 miles an hour, 5.1 seconds. 0 to 100, 5.3 seconds. 13.4 second quarter mile at 168 k's an hour. Okay, so you can start to see the punishment it inflicts on this car, as when I launched that time I got all-wheel drive system overheated. Message on the dash, which isn't technically true. It still remains all-wheel drive, but just a warning that the diffs, the clutch needs to cool down. So I'll give it a short break and then we'll go again. I reckon there's still a couple of tenths to find. Okay, here we go, focus. Oh, it felt okay. Gear shift's maybe a bit slow. Not sure if that'll be an improvement or not. Got quite a lot of wheel spin off the line actually. It just lit up all 4 tyres, which felt cool, but I don't know if it was the fastest way. Moment of truth. Okay, so we did slightly better. 0 to 60 miles an hour, 5 seconds dead. 5.3 seconds to 100 k's an hour. 13.3 at 169.2. So that's not too bad. It's a tenth slower than claimed, but you know what? I think I'm going to take that because there's only so many launches you can do like that in one of these cars. So as usual, on the way back down the strip, I'm going to do the 80 to 120 overtaking acceleration and 100 to 0 braking tests. So this being a manual, I'll just select third and we'll get it up to 60 k's an hour. Again, pick the same point every time for a consistent result. Up to 60, get the momentum out of the car. Third gear, flatten it, bit of turbo lag, and then whoosh. This thing's got a really strong mid-range, really strong in-gear acceleration. So we're up to 130 now. I'll just let the speed bleed off and then hammer the brakes. Oof. Right, so 35.6 metres, 100 to 0, that's a pretty good result. And 80 to 120, 3.1 seconds. So that's pretty quick. Third gear, 3.1 seconds. So to wrap up, missed the claim by a tenth at 5.3 seconds, but I think I'm going to leave it there just through mechanical sympathy. There's only so many launches you want to do in one of these things. On the left are the best times recorded on camera. However, while filming external footage, I happened to nail a run that improved on the earlier numbers, so we included them to show what the Yaris Rallye is ultimately capable of.